Hello, thank you for joining me. We're going to get started real fast. Recently I was able to find the Hot Wheels Team Transports 1, 2, and 3, or I guess 1, 2, and 3, there we go, that have been out. We have the Porsche 356 Speedster with the Volkswagen T1 pickup. We've got the Nissan Laurel 2000 SGX with the Sakura Sprinter, and the 69 Nissan Skyline van with the carry-on. Okay. 69 Skyline van carry-on. That one's kind of confusing. But anyway, I was able to pick up the number 5 71 Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon. I had 6 of these in my hand. I only picked up 1. Technically I picked up 2. I'm giving a friend 1. But this brings about a very interesting subject to me, and I'm going to be posting another video and a blog about it, where I might actually be in front of the camera as opposed to behind the camera. But yes, a different subject about the value and worth of some of these cars. So I can understand resale value, I get that, but I'll go into more of that in depth. However, I had 6 of them in my hand. I left them all. Hopefully somebody can enjoy buying them and they pick up 1 or 2. Like I said, I picked up 2. I'm giving 1 to somebody. I picked up 1 for myself. And right now, these on eBay are just all over the price map. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm going to crack it open. To all the people out there who think and cringe, or to all the people, wow, that wheel spun great. Sweet. So there we go. There's the Datsun 510 wagon, Bluebird. And wow, these wheels spin really well on this one. Look a little thinner than maybe the other wheels. I don't know, I've never opened one of these up, so this is the first time. So those are the wheels, rubber wheels. Quite a smooth paint job on it. Has a nice stripe on the hood and the roof. So yeah, that's a nice car. But it's opened, because I opened the other one as well, the 56 Chevy. Right there. Yeah. I opened them. Alright, so next up is the Honda S2000. That was part of the Honda series. I did find the Monkey and the other Honda car, which is that one. The Honda Racer. I was able to find them, but I left them. I wasn't too interested in them. I'd pick up some of the other ones if I were able to see them on the shelf. Again, this is one that's all over the map right now too. It doesn't seem worthwhile having in the package. I don't know if I'm going to collect the whole set. I'd like to. That's my goal. I'm a Hot Wheel collector. But I'll try to find whatever I can. And yeah, but this might be worth something someday. I don't know. I don't know what the quantities of these are. This is the hard part, is the quantity. I might save the card for the card art though. And that'll be something I think I should start doing, is saving the card for the card art. But yeah, so now we have the red Honda S2000. This is probably one of the best S2000s that Hot Wheels has made. There are quite a few liveries in it, other than the yellow one. And I can't remember if that was a launch or if that was the dinner car. I know it was a dinner car for sure at one of the events. However, I can't remember if the launch color was yellow as well. In either case, this red is probably one of the best looking colors on this S2000 that they have ever done. Well done, Hot Wheels. I like that car. Alright, next up is the Matchbox flatbed transporter. I am so excited to have one of these. I am a huge tow truck enthusiast. I love rotators. I love the heavy duty, light duty, and the rollbacks. And that could be a discussion as well. What do you call them? You call them rollbacks? Do you call them flatbeds? I grew up calling them flatbeds, and I'm from Northwest Ohio originally. So I called them flatbeds, but I got really into tow trucks in college, and I realized that a lot of people call them rollbacks, and I follow still a lot of tow truck pages. So flatbed, rollback, Matchbox branded it as a flatbed. Oh, that wheel doesn't... There it goes. Spin it a little bit. Yeah, the paint scheme on this one's kind of nice. Blue. It's got the MBX Matchbox on it. I believe it doesn't have any other wording on it to indicate what it is. So, yeah. And then the underhitch, or the underhook, does have a little bit of spin to it, or a rotation to it. That's kind of cool. So it goes up, down a little bit, or I guess side to side for a little bit. And then the cool part about this one as well is the bed goes back and down. So that is really cool. And while the angle is kind of steep, that's, I guess, something that happens with these in real life even as well. You can drive that car up on there. And it does fit. It does fit an S2000, a Hot Wheels S2000. So there you go. That is awesome. And you can tow something else right along with it on the underhook. So we'll do that. We will tow the S2000 and we will also tow the Datsun. That's pretty cool. Alright, next up. Should I open the team transports? That goes right back to the subject that I was describing earlier. Price points, resale value. I'm not a person who's very good at reselling. I'm not a very good trader. I cannot find anything that people want, and when I find it, they've already got it. So I guess that's the kind of hunter that I am. I find a lot of things. I'm very thankful for what I find. I'm very happy with what I find, but it tends to be a lot later than what everybody else does. And so I was able to find the stuff, and a lot of people I know already have them, so I'm not going to be trading them or reselling them. And so yeah, to open or not to open? I guess that's the question. And then the same thing with these Mercedes. I might end up opening these as well. The card art is really cool. I'm glad that Matchbox has the license back to make Mercedes. And then there's the McLaren, the 6x6 in yellow, and then the GLC, or GLE, excuse me, GLE Coupe 4-door. Such a silly name. And this is actually a 6-car set. I only have 4. I was not able to find the Unimog. That would make sense. It's probably a very highly desired vehicle. And I know that the G-Class is behind, so they haven't put that on the shelves yet. We don't know when that'll come, but I'm hoping to find the rest of them. And I might open these and just keep the card for the card art, because those are kind of cool. And I really like that blue Mercedes. This CLS is kind of cool. I'm not a big Mercedes fan. I much prefer my Cadillacs. I like BMWs. I even like Audi, however you want to say it. I like them as well. Not a huge Mercedes fan, except for like the upper class Mercedes, like the GTR, GTS, the SLS, and I also like the older ones, the Black Series cars. Those are really cool too. In either case, this blue on this CLS 500 is really cool. So, should I open them? Alright, let's open it. You convinced me. Again, I'll keep the card art. It's kind of cool. Look at that. It's almost like a matte blue. Flat blue, I guess. It's not completely matted out. That is a nice car. That's solid. Nice tan interior, sunroof. Man, I feel like I just bought a Mercedes. This is not a paid advertisement. Then we have the GLE Coupe. Now, something kind of cool. I used to do Mercedes ads for a car dealership. And I know firsthand all about trying to get these logos, this font, the spacing. I mean, there is so much that goes into that right there. The name, the font, the spacing. I mean, it is just insane, the style guides that Mercedes has, the rules and all of that stuff they have on their name, how it's displayed, what font it's in, how the size comparison between the M and the E and the B and the rest of like all of the letters. Super, super in-depth. They have a great style guide. So, you learned something new today. Mercedes has a cool style guide. Kind of hard, but it was fun to make them. There's the brown GLE Coupe 4-door. Alright, next up is we'll go with the 6x6. That is a really cool background. At night with the light bar, this bumblebee looking yellow. Let's see the card art. And the cool part is this is really cool. It's got rear tampos on it. It is kind of long and narrow, which I'm sure because the real vehicle is probably huge. But something I noticed were the rims on this one. So the rims are gray, and I was thinking, I'm like, these kind of look a little awkward on this car. Why don't I remember them on the launch one? Well, that's because on the launch one they put a white rim around it. So the 6x6 rims have a white ring around them, which probably it draws your attention to the ring around the tire as opposed to the rims themselves. So when they set this one out, it's got these, gray rims, and you can kind of see all the spokes on it. And again, not bad, just kind of different. So this one's a lot of fun. That's cool. Cool to own. Last up, the SLR McLaren in gold. Now, this one's also really cool because back in 2009, 2010, they released this car, and then the licensing stopped, and so there were only a certain amount of those made, and then they brought it back recently. So I have the new one. There is a video of that if you hunt through my videos on YouTube. I do have a video of that. Of me opening the new one, the new SLR McLaren, the new casting of it. But I also have the old casting, and I could get a video of that eventually, I'm sure. I don't have one currently. But that car was going on eBay for a while for a lot of money. And I'm glad I never sold it, because it's just a really cool car, and I don't think I ever will. Like I said, I'm not a big reseller. I might with certain cars if I have duplicates for the right price, but I'm not opposed to it. It needs to be a good deal to me. However, this is a very interesting McLaren, gold on gold, with a black grayish interior, I guess charcoal interior. This is like a flat gold paint. Very unique, kind of striking, in a good way. I'm kind of torn on this car. I don't know. I don't know what more to say. Has front and rear tampos. We'll leave it at that. Cool car. So, yeah, I'm going to leave the team transports right now. I apologize if you were interested in seeing those opened up. Actually, you know what? No. Let's open them. Let's do it. We're at 13 minutes. I apologize. This will take no time at all. Like I said, probably never going to resell these things anyway. Let's open them up. The card art's so hard to keep on this one. Alright, so these are real rider cars. They've got rubber on them and everything. The tampos are all pristine. So look at that. And this one's just like the rollback. This did not come packaged like this in the main line. So the main line does not have the bed. However, I'm sure if you have a donor car, you could probably find a bed and put it on it. Some of you all are really clever with customs. But there we go. That is really cool. Both sides of the truck. This Porsche Speedster. That is very, very nice. Alright, let's open up the big one. Laurel. I'm just curious to see. Do you think these are to scale? What are your thoughts on them? Do you think I mean, I know they're to A scale. I just don't know how big the cab is compared to this car. It feels like the cab is a little small and the car is just fits in it enough. Oh, hey, they have a bubble in there. Look at that. Look at that. There's a bubble. How in the world do you get a bubble out of there? Oh, yeah, you tip it. Duh. All right. Man, I am just all over the place tonight. So yeah, Nissan Laurel can fit in there. Oh boy, it barely fits in there. Goodness gracious. That wide body on that is crazy. But yeah, the cab looks a little small compared to the car. I mean, here's a Mercedes for scale. I mean, however the scale is. So, I just don't know. I don't know if that is how it would be, how it wouldn't be. I guess the important thing is that the car fits in the hauler. The team transporter. Alright, last up is the Nissan Skyline van carry-on. I would imagine it's a wagon. Carry-on is the truck. Grammar's kind of confusing on that one. You guys can correct me. Let me know. Is that right? How's that supposed to be said? I do not know. But yeah, there is the back of that. I guess I could have shown you that earlier. With all of the trucks and the cars. And there are going to be more coming. So, look at that. That is really, really cool. I like the paint scheme on this one. This is kind of my all-out octane paint scheme. Black, red, silver, gray. That is awesome. Now, this ramp truck has the ramps. But that is the only thing kind of holding the car to the trailer when you've got it on there. And I guess you can put it in both locations if you have a shorter car or a larger car. But if you drive this one around on your desk, which is fully possible, it might fall off if you hit some bumps or you have some inclines. However, it is still a really cool vehicle. There's the top of that. The sides. Front. Yeah, that is really cool. I'm glad I opened these. These are going to be awesome to display. Don't really know where I'm going to display them yet, but they will be fun to display. So there you have it. I opened up the team transporters. Thanks for convincing me, you guys. I appreciate it. No worries. I have no regrets. That was pretty cool. Pretty satisfying. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know about what you think of any of these cars. And I would be more than happy to respond. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.